56 years ago, Russia, the northern Ural Mountains. A group of 9 students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked upon a difficult winter expedition to reach the Otorten mountain. Their journey seemed to progress according to plan. However, on the 7th day of their trip, the weather conditions worsened. They lost their orientation and were forced to set up a camp on the slope of the mountain called Kholat Syakhl. It was their last stop. 3 weeks later in Yekaterinburg, when their families received no word of their success, the first rescue expeditions were sent. On February 25th, 1959, an abandoned encampment was found. The tent was torn down and covered with snow, with all the group's belongings left inside. Further examination revealed it was cut from inside out. The surrounding footprints indicated the crew had fled the tent. They were barefooted. This suggests a frantic escape, characteristic of people scared out of their wits. 2 sets of prints led to a forested area down the slope. The rescue team found an improvised fireplace and 2 bodies. They were lying in but their underwear, with cuts and scratches to their limbs, suggesting they had tried to climb the tree in panic. What could terrify them so much? The next 3 bodies were found scattered a few hundred meters from the first discovery. One of them had suffered a fractured skull, this despite no evidence of a struggle. It took the spring thaw 2 months later to enable the rescue team to find the rest of the victims. The last 4 skiers were found buried in a thick layer of ice and snow. Their autopsies led to even more bizarre findings. All of the bodies had severe internal injuries caused by an undetermined force, similar to that of a serious car accident. No external damage nor bruises were visible, besides a tongue ripped from one victim's mouth and a strange orange skin color. Much speculation arose from these puzzling events. Such theories included attack from the local tribesmen, from an avalanche, or animals. Each theory, however, only served to create more questions. The truth behind this tragic course of events remains unexplained to this day. What really happened? Maybe the answer still waits to be discovered, deep under the snow.
Well, welcome everyone to Kholat. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. I probably am not. But anyways, this is a game developed by IMGN.PRO. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's IMGN.PRO. A Polish developer, actually. And as you guys heard, the little tale, apparently this is based off of a true story. How true it is, I haven't the slightest idea. But I will say, first and foremost, that this game is flippin' beautiful. I know it's been out for a couple weeks already, and it's been on my list to play for quite some time, so I'm happy to be sitting down and finally playing this for you guys here on YouTube. And apparently, I was looking up the origins of this, and apparently Kholat Syakhl, or whatever, however Sean Bean pronounced that, winter is coming. I mean, it's here, so it's not really coming anywhere. But yeah, apparently that translates directly from Russian to mean dead mountain. Which, yay, that sounds terrible, right? It's really weird though. But anyways, yeah, it's gotten some good reviews from what I've read. The only thing that it doesn't really have a good review on is I don't know where we could go. I don't know how open this game is, but we shall take a look. I turned off motion blur. If there's one thing I hate about games, it's motion blur. Motion blur to me just makes the game look bad. I don't know what it is about motion blur, but yeah, apparently what we are doing is we are the protagonist who is apparently tracing the steps of all of those college kids who were tragically killed. Again, how true is this? I don't know. I'm stoked though, because it's been a while since I played like a horror game, so I'm kind of hoping that we will stumble upon, I don't know, a lot of games that have been revered as like horror games, I haven't really been terrified in. The only true scary game that I've played, and I'm hoping that we can get something out of it, was Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Not the second one, but that's, again, that was not developed by Frictional Games. That was developed by Chinese Room, I believe. Anyways, enough talking about old games. We are here in this cold-ass terrain. Have the slightest idea where we're going. I assume we're kind of just following this path. And yeah, we shall see where this path leads us to. And I was contemplating doing face cam, but I just decided not to. Okay, we're at literally a crossroads. We could go where there's apparently a bunch of fallen over trees that look like spikes, and over there that we're going near the spikes, guys. We are going where the spikes are. We can run. Sean, is that you, Mr. Bean? Oh God. Okay. Well, let's just run through this. I don't know if we have like stamina. I'm going to assume we will, so I kind of just want to like test that out. Okay, so I guess our stamina is what appears to be like on the screen. Possibly? Oh God, it's so bright. Oh Jesus!
In the end, the only thing I saw was a flash. An insufferable burning light. The pain ripping apart my body. I felt it tearing out of my soul. After a while, I was nobody. Nothing. The light went out and I vanished into overwhelming darkness. I welcomed the end with delight.
Oh God. I don't know if there's like a wrong way or a right way, but Jesus mercy, we're just literally in the... We're in a whiteout right now. That's what's going on. I assume, I don't know. But as you can see on the ground, we are making a movement because there's a bunch of scratches and everything, but again, if there's a certain direction, I have no idea if that's the way I'm supposed to be going. Like, no matter which way we go, it's just like pure whiteness. So I'm just gonna run in one direction for now to see whether or not that it leads anywhere. I'm sorry, this is blinding. I assume you guys may be like experiencing the same thing too. Okay. I'm just oh. I don't know. I don't know where I am anymore. I feel like I'm just doing circles because I keep taking a look around, like even behind me, just to see whether or not there's something there. But there's not. It's just pure blinding. Like, it feels like we're making progress. Again, it looks like the snow is like going against us, so I'm assuming. I actually cannot for the life of me tell what the hell's going on. I'm stopped right now. Is this what we're supposed to do? Are we supposed to just stay in this blindness? Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the ground. I have to see whether or not there is anything. Like, any indication if there's like any movement anywhere, but I'm going to assume not with like the way this wind is blowing. Can I run backwards? Whoa, what was that? It looked like there's like some sort of screen stutter there. Okay, well, we're completely out of breath at this point in time. Huh. For the life of me, I honestly cannot see where the hell I'm going. And I apologize. I found something! It's about frickin' time! Okay, here we go. Press E. Okay, well, it looks like a tent. Obviously it's a tent, but...
Right behind you.
Okay. CCCP. Sorry I went quiet there. I was just like literally trying to focus on something because it honestly, like, I heard chimes, like it finally clicked in and I was like, I wonder if I have to go towards like all the chimes. So let's see where the hell this leads us. The loading screens are real. Act 2, here we go.
Have you ever tried to hold on to your humanity when others convince you of being no more than a subject, an object, which they can bend to their will? When they told you that you were a monster that deserved punishment, and you could really not remember your sins? When they took away your loved ones, leaving you to rot in the dark? The problem is, it's in their darkness. You have never been alone.
For some reason, this does not look familiar. This does not... We're running in a big old white field. I don't understand why we're here in the middle of like a little valley of some sort. Press F1 for survival info. Alright. F is flashlight, right mouse button is focus. C, observe the environment carefully by navigation with the help of M and compass. So M is map and C is compass. Barely accessible rocky notches may lead to interesting places and shortcuts. To gain access to them, you will sometimes have to squeeze through them. Left control. Okay. Nothing in our diary or our logbook. Okay. Well, there's a bunch of glowing footsteps, so I'm going to... I don't know if you see that up there. I don't know why it's not focusing on the light. That's where I assume we have to go to. Not entirely certain. What the hell is this? Are these coordinates? 35 degrees north, 50 degrees east. Can we access this? We do anything with it? No. Okay, well, let us go into the pillars of destiny here. Possible volcano? That doesn't make any sense because we're not in a mountain. Well, I guess we are, right? Yeah. Now, can we step on that or will that hurt us? I assume we can because there looks like there's a piece of paper there. So, here we go.
I set out the moment I heard about the incident.
Oh, you know what? Okay.
I set out the moment I heard about the incident. I was in the area, so I reported to the unit myself to the automatic response.
Oh my, what the fuck? I was listening to that! What the hell? Oh my god, I was just listening to the logbook. and then I die right away. Okay, let's get out of this. I don't know what this is. Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, now I see why we died. Can we please listen to the logbook now?
I set out the moment I heard about the incident. I was in the area, so I reported to the unit myself to be automatically assigned to the case. I arrived at Vishai on February the 19th, a couple of days before the Institute's rescue. While waiting for them, I started asking around to see if anyone from among the locals knew anything about the incident. One of them said he had a hunting cabin in the search region and knew the area very well. I decided to use him as a guide.
Was this a good
When
idea?
the rescue team had finally arrived, I explained to them what the unit's role was in this mission and that all discoveries or observations should be brought to my attention before anyone else's. We established priorities, checked the equipment, and set off right away. It was not until February the 26th we found the tent that I believe belonged to the students. Initial findings show that the people in the tent cut its sidewall and for some reason tried to escape from it in panic. The tracks in the snow led to a forest 1.5 kilometers away. But the trail went cold after 500 meters and we had to carefully search the entire area. This was not a place of any average incident. We had shivers crawling all over our bodies because of the atmosphere surrounding us. I was convinced that something more than just an accident had occurred here. I had the feeling we were dealing with something unnatural.
Okay, so first and foremost, I just want to quickly say that I love the fact that they have a voice narrator for this game. A lot of these games, like, I'm terrible at it, and I always stumble on my words, and so it's also a little bit more immersive, right? Because, like, we're listening to this guy you know, write down what his feelings and thoughts are, and just exactly what the guy's going through. So I love that. I love it a lot. And I'm sorry, and I know there's a lot of people, like a lot of people who do YouTube videos will just 100% bypass and skip this. I'm not in this just for the scares. I'm in this to get immersed. I'm in this for the story. I want to learn what the heck happened. I'm that type of player. I don't want to sound rude, but if that's not like your type of gameplay, I am not going to be the person who will just like stop what they're doing or stop, like just pick up something, hear it, like listen, like not even like, they won't even take it. Like there's some people who just won't even look at it. Like they'll pick it up, press escape immediately. No, that's not what it's about. Some of these games, I've played games in the past where a lot of the horrorness comes in, not just like jump scares, but you know, from the stories that the game tells and everything, and you kind of learn as to what the heck we're dealing with, or who we're dealing with, or what we're like. It's crazy. So if reading into the lore, and it's not even us reading, I guess, like listening to the lore is not your type of jam, I'm sorry, but I play games. I don't press W and hold shift. I play games. I get invested in games. That's what, to me, as a gamer should do. And so that's why I bring this type of content to YouTube. So I hope you guys are okay with this. But obviously right now, I would be sprinting a lot more often too.
You are remarkable, just like me. But you are losing your mind, my friend. You're slipping slowly into the abyss, and there is no one to give you a hand. And at the bottom, I am the only one waiting for you.
Okay. Well, if that's what you want to say, I guess you could say that. It looks like, I don't know why it's choosing to focus on everything, but like we get to a certain area, like right there, we get into God dang, why want to focus where I want to go? I want to look. Okay, but yeah, as you can tell, we have very limited stamina, which is 100%, you know, to me, it's a little bit more realistic because, you know, running in freezing cold is not fun. I used to bike to work in Winnipeg during like the winter, and it was bad. Like There's one time where the wind was so cold that it set off asthma, and I had to go to the doctor because I didn't have like a puff or anything, and I was not expecting it. So, whoa. Do we have to? I don't get it. Why is it focusing? Okay. I'm just trying to show you guys what the heck I'm going after at this point in time. I know my first initial one was to go towards that light, but now I'm a little bit more intrigued as to what that orange mountain is over there. Kind of looks spooky, to be honest, though. Like, taking a look, one misstep, we're donezoed. And actually, it doesn't even look like we can, I don't want to accidentally fall. I know we will. And from this, judging from this height, we're not gonna be able to make it. Okay, so, looks like we're gonna have to turn back from here because it doesn't look like there's any path whatsoever for us to take. I never took a look on the left, but even over here, it doesn't, well, I guess it veers off a little bit, but I'm just gonna assume that judging by like the face of the cliff that we're not gonna be getting anywhere. Well, actually, we might be able to here. However, we can get back up. Okay, good. There's no jump button, so it feels kind of weird. But look, there is an easy way down. So again, I'm trying to make sure I don't like fall. We should be good here. Do you hear that? Whoa, there is a bridge above us. It sounds like there's paper like being blown in the wind and just making like this crinkling sound. Unless that's just the bridge, but it really doesn't look like it. We're getting closer to that orange light over there. Okay, well, we have coordinates written down again. So 27 degrees north, 52 degrees east. I'm going to assume... What is that crinkling sound? Are we making our way up here? Feels like it. Because I would like to... Oh, there's a pole. Don't know what for, though. Okay. Oh my god, that is so freaking narrow! Like, are you kidding me? Look, there is paper. Aha!
We're sitting in room number 23. Although sitting might not be the right word because we are running around trying to finish up packing anything else we could need. Food cans, tools, essentially whatever we get our hands on. We want to be sure that we took everything we could possibly need. We're running out of time. Damn it, where did I put my belt? I'm sure we forgot about something. We're almost ready. We lost the knife. We're counting the money. We're leaving the room in a complete mess. So, we made it to the train station. We're singing all the songs we know and making up new ones as well. Everyone is so excited. Finally, at around 3 AM, we go to bed. I wonder, what is awaiting us when we get there? What will we see? How far will we make it? I hear the rest of the group breathing peacefully, and it's snowing outside.
Oh, that's kind of weird how we're like stumbling upon, you know, diary entries from part of the group there. Whoa, that kind of looks like a skull, doesn't it? Like you have like the two indentations where the eyes are, and then there's like a big nose there. That looks freaking menacing. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna end off my first episode here. I hope you guys are excited and enjoyed this first episode and look forward to watching the rest of the series here. But on that note, I'm out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scouts.